Hello, good day to everyone out there. It's 7:33 here in Charlotte in the United States, and it's 12:33 a.m. in Ghana. I know, and I'm fully aware that the majority of people in Ghana are sleeping because it's midnight already in Ghana. I want to use this opportunity to say good day to everyone. I want us to have a short conversation, even though many of my viewers are in bed, but just something short that I want to share, which can be played back. At this time of the day, I want to talk about politics and life choices. And I have chosen to speak completely English language today. For the reason that I have some few friends who do not understand Hausa, and I want them to also benefit from the conversation. Basically, politics has become the order of the day. So even if one does not do politics actively, one has a stake in the governance of our country, Ghana, in one way or the other, because the decisions made by our major political actors affect us, and so we cannot ignore that fact. And so every one of us must be interested in politics, whether we have received Western education or not, whether we speak English or not, whether we go to the market to buy or not, whether we use transport or not, whether we sit in the classroom or not, whether we queue on election day to cast our votes or not, whether we attend party rallies or not, whether we are card-bearing members of political parties or not, we must be interested in how our country is being governed. I have decided to talk about this very important topic because the world is evolving. The world is really evolving. And for that matter, there is the need for us to get enlightened through reading, watching, listening, analyzing, and even evaluating or assessing what our political actors say, do, and what they don't even do or they don't even say. There is the need for us to be able to analyze their actions and inactions, analyze their voices and even their silence, so that we are able to create meaning, so that when we are able to create meaning from their silence, their voices, their words, their actions and inactions, we are able to save ourselves in one way or the other. Yes, I have realized that the majority of our life choices are linked to politics. Politics affects our career path. Politics affects our relationship. Politics affects our education. Politics affects even the decisions we make daily. So it is important that we show interest. Here is it. As a young person, if you choose to do politics or go into active politics, I want to suggest that you look at one or two critical things. One basic thing that I want you to consider is character. Thank you very much, Abdulaziz Yakub, for being up at this time and watching. Yeah, I appreciate you. Character. Character is very important. Build a good character. Then, while you build a good character, someone may ask, what is a good character? Or what is even character at all? Character is the kind or type of image one makes for himself or herself. It could, in one way or the other, be linked to your reputation. When you are able to build that character, such as a character of truthfulness, character of honesty, character of mindfulness, character of critical thinking, or even being a critical analyst, very important. If you are able to build a good character for yourself, try as much as possible to maintain that character, while you try as much as possible also to find people who share similar character with you, who are in higher positions that you can link up to for grooming. You may lack any skill, but keep a good character. People can groom you, teach you skills because they have realized that you have a good character. And so they can teach you any skill they want and then build you on it. Now, when you are able to get people in higher positions, people who matter in the society that you look up to, you get closer to them, build a relationship with them, make effort, maintain your character. When they identify you, they will pick you up and then groom you. In that instance, they will try to also introduce you to people, to like-minded people. And in that case, you will start building network. I read somewhere that your network is your net worth. The people around you, your cycle, if you are able to build a great network, a good cycle of people around you, then it determines your net worth. Obviously, when your network is strong in terms of resources, in terms of skills, in terms of knowledge, then you have already linked yourself up to people that you can learn something great from. What you need to continue to do is to conform and submit yourself. When you do that, they will open their doors for you to be able to learn a lot and build your capacity. Look, it doesn't matter your level of education. You still need some people who will lift you up. Whether you are in the junior high school, you still need people to mentor you. When you are in the senior high school, you need people to mentor you. When you are in any of the tertiary institutions, be it teacher training college or college of education, nursing college, technical university or mainstream university, for your first degree or a diploma program or your master's or your PhD, even if you have graduated from your PhD program, you still need people who have seen it all, who have experienced it all, to lift you up, to open their doors of experience for you to also begin to learn on the job. The reason why I want to look at the link between politics and life choices is this. Politics has come to stay. Politics has come to stay. It is through politics, because politics determines the distribution of the national resources. Yes. People who have influence are able to attract investment to their communities than those who do not have influence. Yes, people of great influence are able to attract projects, developmental projects to their communities, unless they do not wish to. If you have an influential person in your community, yet your community is underdeveloped, then you should begin to ask questions. Ask questions. Ask mind-boggling questions. Two things are involved. It may be that you are perceiving that the person is influential, but the person is not. That is why you don't see any major developmental projects in your community. Two, or the person is quite influential, but the person is not development-oriented person. Or the person is not development-oriented. That is why the person does not attract development projects to your community. And even that, you should ask questions. Ask why. You are influential, yet you are unable to attract or bring development to our community. Meanwhile, you hail from this community. Ask questions. Find out why. There could be problems. When you ask why when you investigate, you can even talk to the person, gather courage, speak to the person, ask questions, ask why. The person may open up and talk to you, may tell you why. And when the person tells you why, interrogate the responses of the person, interrogate further. You could find a solution to that issue so that the person can leverage on his or her reputation or influence so that you could get development in your community. I have often said this to friends, that every influential person comes from a particular community. That is why it is important that we try as much as possible to push people from our communities to offices or positions that can bring us development. Push people. If you are from a community, you are influential, mentor people, mentor young people, mentor the young ones. Identify people who have the potential and mentor them. In fact, many of us were mentored right from our childhood days. I remember in my days in the junior secondary school, our time when we entered junior secondary school from Nyakun Primary School. My primary school is no more. When we got to junior secondary school, I met friends from other schools, Danufawa, especially some from RC Primary. One very good friend who happened to be my boss in the junior secondary school when we got to final year Form 3 was Adam Yakubu. We became friends in Form 1, and then one senior who happened to be our assistant senior prefect, we call him Senior Bash. That's I think his name is Shuaib. I think he's a nephew to Alhaji Baban Zuwaira. Yes. I don't know his whereabouts now. He identified the two of us. He identified Adams and I as young students, juniors who he saw some potential in us. He identified us. He saw some leadership qualities in us. He started talking to us. Right from Form 1, he started writing manifestos for us to read, commit to memory, and then he tried to encourage us to compete for that position, the two of us. And finally, the two of us competed for that position. And then Adam won, and I became his assistant. And apart from even Senior Shoaib, Bash, we call Senior Bash, the Zongo chief of Pride, the late Zongo chief, Alhaji Masood Mustak, may Allah bless his memory, and may Allah grant him Jannah. Amen. Also identified me and would invite me to his house, talk to me. In fact, he wrote my manifesto for me. Yes, he scripted my manifesto for me. He wished I would win that election, but I didn't. Yes. And then I became the assistant. When we got to secondary school, senior secondary school, Mr. Faisal Suleiman, popularly known as Holy Man Zangura, he also identified me. He picked me up. He groomed me. Yes, whoever could remember would realize that I was his boy. in our secondary school days. I was in Form 1 when he was in Form 3. Then he picked me up. After school, I was always with him. We would attend preps together. After preps, we would come back home. He would escort me or accompany me to our house, and he would come back because he was an adult then, older, quite older than me. Yes, far older than me by far. He groomed us. He groomed me personally to also take over when I got to Form 3. And then other teachers also identified me, teachers like Mr. Kufuor, Mr. Frank Bakweto, and others also identified us, showed interest in us, groomed us. Sometimes they would talk to us whenever they realized that we were going wayward. They would invite us, talk to us, discourage us from the bad habits, encourage us to turn into good lives. Yeah. So it is important that in life we try to identify young ones with potentials, talk to them, groom them, mentor them, help them out. Because when we are able to identify someone with potential and we help the person, that person is also able to mentor not just one person. Yes, I will not be in a position to mention that I mentored A or B or C. Probably those who think we also mentored them could also mention our names, but we are not in a position to say so. But we can mention those who mentored us. Yes. And then you got to in politics, when we started these politic things, we also had Mr. Shamsuddin, who is now in New York, United States. Yes. He also became my personal political mentor because I was looking up to him until he traveled to the United States. Yes. And some other colleagues also were looking up to him, and some others. Yes. And so it is important that you try as a young person, if you do active politics, identify someone. First build their character. Second, identify someone you believe that has all it takes. You believe that has the character as well. Your characters, should I say, match. Or you believe that has the character and has the influence to groom you. Very important. Because, as I mentioned, politics is a big thing. It's a very great thing now. It can make us and it can make us. It can unmake us. It can make us and it can unmake us. So it is important that we are able to link up to people who have the influence and have the capacity to accept us, groom us, to also become responsible persons in the society that the society can benefit from. So therefore, if you want to do politics, go for it. Go for it. However, be mindful of the fact that politics deals with people. Regardless of the political party you serve, make sure your attitude does not sever relationship. Do not sever your relationship with people because they belong to the other political divide. In fact, you will come to need them. Yes. Look, the brouhaha going around, you see in the cameras where political actors are confronting one another or each other Look, it is for the cameras. In fact, behind the cameras, they support one another or each other. Yes. They need the support of others, even people from the other political divide. So do not allow yourself to be used, because you should know this, that in politics, some people are used for power. Some people are used for power. And when they are used for power, they are dumped, because they have exhausted their usefulness. So don't be one of them. Make sure you always have some use in you, that your political godfather will find you useful all the time. And when that happens, wherever he or she goes, the person goes with you. So it is important to try to also build your capacity. Do not be expectant that your political godfather will build your capacity, will help you or support you to build your capacity. In fact, you should make efforts to build your capacity, even if your political godfather does not seem to care in that area to help you build your capacity in terms of going for further studies or attending any refresher courses. Make sure you find resources on your own to do those things. And when you start those things, you can talk to your political godfather that, Honorable or Excellency, I want to inform you that I have started this program. That I think is enough. If he's interested, he will support you. You may not need to tell him that in that case you need his support. Just tell him or her, courtesy demands that, Honorable, I'm happy to inform you that I have started this program in this university, or in this college of education, or in this nursing school, or in this whatever institution. Do that. When you do that, I think it is a wise way of telling him or her that you need his or her support to enable you complete the program, or be successful in that program. So it is very important. So that is what I want to share with you this midnight. I believe that in the coming days I have other things to share by God's grace. I want to end my conversation here, and then catch you some other time. Take care. Have a restful night. Bye.